There is something so nostalgic. I love that word, nostalgia. We feel it so deeply and so richly this time of year. And there's something so nostalgic about handmade holiday decorations. They're not only beautiful, they're meaningful, right? They're meaningful keepsakes. So today we are bringing back one old-fashioned idea, but with a modern-day aesthetic. It's a crafty project that doubles as decor, a homemade ornament bringing a timeless elegance. They're personal, they're pretty, and a vintage Christmas craft that the kids can join in on. Creator, tastemaker, and color enthusiast Aubry Bennion is bringing back the salt dough ornament. It's back. Trust you. Hands on hips. Hands on hips. Palm of the hip. It's back. Trust you to do this. Can we look right away?
Oh, absolutely.
Because these stopped me in my studio tracks this morning. Describe the feel here, the mood you've created with this.
Oh, well, I mean, right out of the gate, I think anything's going to be cute if you just pick a cohesive colorway.
Says the color queen.
Color enthusiast. I'm adding that to my resume.
You earned it.
But it will look cuter
Aubry,
when you have a cohesive colorway.
These are, okay, we're coming to my favorites. Sorry, we just have to do a little table tour.
A bow.
The bow, and then this little
plaid.
Striped
always,
plaid house.
all the colors.
My gosh. So do we want to talk about color first or ornament first?
Let's talk about the ornaments first.
Ornaments first. Why did you decide to do this first of all?
I'd been seeing it in my Pinterest boards for a little bit, and like I know it's a thing that we've had since preschool, right?
Right.
I'm thinking back long time ago, all the homemade ornaments, but I started to see it trickle into my Pinterest, and I was like, oh, this is a thing. We can make this cute again, right?
Yes.
Because you think about the ones from way back when, and they're like, oh, well, haphazard, but now choosing colorways and like putting my skills to use, we can make them cute.
So knowing your previous touch point with this was the preschool paint kits, were you surprised making the actual dough?
You know what, I was, and it's funny, spoiler alert, there's gonna be sugar cookies later on, and my point in this is easier than even making a sugar cookie. But like, we know how to do this, right? So I made two different materials. We've got the old school salt dough, right? Flour, salt water. And then this one, and feel it, because it's so soft. This one is
that's lovely.
Baking soda, cornstarch and water. And you know the salt dough, it's like a little Play-Doh-y, and it's got some grit to it.
Yeah.
But this one is smooth.
This is the one you
so
like?
Smooth, yes.
Okay.
Yes, well, I like both of them, I'll say.
This is cornstarch?
Cornstarch and baking soda and water.
Okay.
And you do this one over the stovetop, and it looks a little like oogly googly, and then it comes together, and it like looks like this.
It works, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, do we want to make one?
I do want to make one. Does it matter how much I like play with it, or does it
I made this 2 days ago.
So we're good.
I made this dough 2 days ago, and of course, live TV, we've got a seam in our,
Oh, I was going to say crack, and you said seam. Elevated vocabulary. Elevated vocabulary.
Well, you know.
What do we do about the seam?
We'll just
love
give it a love.
Just love it.
Yep. You want to make a house, a bow.
Do you want to make a bow? I mean, it's the year of the bow, isn't it? This way?
Yeah, go that way.
It's the year of, do you have bows on your trees?
I have so many
You
bows
probably
on
had bows on your trees 10 years ago before the rest of us had bows on our trees. Who am I talking to?
So, okay, so that's simple, right? We've done this 1,000 times before when we've made sugar cookies. What you want to do is take a straw and make sure that you can see in these ones, holes for the ribbon to go through.
Oh, good thought.
So we'll just punch a little hole in there.
Even her straws are cute and color coordinated. Even her straws are color coordinated.
Thank you, IKEA. So we're gonna bake that for 20 minutes or so, and then flip it upside down, because what you want it to do is bake perfectly flat.
Okay.
So you flip it right side up, upside down, 20 minutes at a time. I bet these baked for about 60 minutes. And then we have finished ornaments.
Do you have to treat them at all? I've never made these, actually.
No,
so
you don't. These are just them right out of the oven.
Plus questions.
These ones you can see. I mean, you can even feel it. I could have put them in the oven for a little while longer, but every recipe that I read said you can either air dry them or put them in the oven. So I just know over time, these are going to continue to dry and they'll be solid. So I wasn't super stressed about them not being 100%.
How many of these have you made? A few dozen?
Yeah. And the thing about, I mean, we can get to it in a little bit, but they can be ornaments. They can be gift toppers. They can be neighbor gifts.
Let's get to it now, because stop. Look, on a tag on a gift topper, that's adorable. Yeah. So cute. Okay, the painting. Let's talk about the painting.
So I just used the paint in my stash. My favorite paint forever is the Martha Stewart paint. Rest in peace, Martha paint.
Yes.
My next favorite is going to be this line from Target, mostly because the colors are good.
Oh, really?
The consistency is good.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's changed names 100 times, but I think right now it's Mondo Llama.
Oh,
Used
darn
to be
it.
handmade
Does
modern.
it have to be? That's a terrible name. Okay,
Sorry,
but a great
Target.
color.
Great colors, great consistency. It's a little bit thicker than you
Your
know,
acrylics.
maybe your 99 cents from Michael's.
Yeah.
So I love these colors. So I painted these ones just flat, just gave it one solid surface. You don't have to paint it at all. I'm thinking about a lot of my beige friends. They probably wouldn't paint them.
Do they still have? Do you have room for them in your life?
There is plenty
Your
of
beige
room for
friends?
my beige friends.
Okay.
But there is a look where they just are exactly
Natural.
plain.
Yeah.
Natural. There you go with your vocab. Anyway, you can leave them plain. You can also paint them one solid color. You can just decorate on top of a natural finish, you know.
Yeah.
But should we do a bow? Should we redo that bow?
I loved how you did kind of a little three-dimensional fold in the center there.
Yes.
And we can't talk to you without talking about color, and it's probably the question I've asked you a million times. But as you're choosing your color palette, how are you putting? You're so good, and I will never get over how good you are. How are you curating? How many colors for this little collection we're making?
Well, I'm going to say max 5, right? There's
5 colors.
5 on this.
Okay.
And I don't want it to necessarily be on the nose, the rainbow, but I do have kind of all the colors represented, right? There's a red, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Kind of the offset of the Roy
Yeah,
Dubiv.
do something a little bit unexpected. And my secret is always, doesn't apply to this, but like throw in a pop of neon, a neutral and a neon.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yep. Okay. Bow. How do we do the bow?
So we just
Are you going to do
very lazy because I'm
swish
not
folds?
even taking them. Yeah,
Or
sure.
what are we doing?
Do you want
What
to
are
do
we
it?
doing? We're doing nothing. Aubrey's doing
We're
something
gonna
amazing.
do it upside down.
Okay, here.
We're gonna get that out of the way. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a few.
Oh, see the fuchsia on the coral on the fuchsia?
And the thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. The other thing is,
Cute. So cute.
people who aren't me are probably gonna incorporate their kids.
I could send mine over.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay.
And so, sorry about that tablecloth. What I'm gonna do when that dries, just like I did to here, is add a white on top of it. Because when you have a bow, right, that has creases,
Right,
it has
it's the folds.
those little lines. So
I love the chunky yarn. I love how you played with kind of the texture here too on how you suspend and hang these lovelies from the tree. And are these the same? These neon
These
houses?
are different. So these are the baking soda and what's my word?
flour, salt water.
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch? I don't know. This is a mad game of charades between our two eyes.
So these ones are softer. They also, if you can see here,
Yeah.
I mean, these ones just are so purely white compared to the
Yes.
salt dough.
Yes.
And so here's this little snowman that I made, and I just used him as a white base just because it is white. So
Right.
These ones, I mean, really similar in practicality. If you're going to paint it, you're going to paint it. Oh, also these.
Oh, look at this.
These little candy canes are
Look at
also
this.
the white.
Look up for the garland. We talked about present toppers. You could also do a garland with these girls.
Yeah, you could put that right on your mantle. It doesn't have to necessarily be an ornament.
Okay, these are
And I mean,
delightful.
I think just like if we're getting sentimental, every parent who wants their kid to have a homemade ornament, you know, over the years, pile it up, add them up, and those are Emmys, those are
Yes.
Bostons, those, you know,
Yes.
and just kind of see how they grow.
They really are delightful, and they're treasures. They're
fun.
We've tried to do our best on this flat lay project to give you a view, but can I pressure you into posting some pictures for us?
Absolutely.
Of the detail of the art and the color combinations. We can find those on your Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is?
Aubrey E. Liz.
Tell the people where you're at. Aubrey
Aubrey
E.
E. Liz.
We'll link you there from our website too. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank you,
Christmas to
Color
you.
Queen, and so many other
Thanks.
things, bringing back the salt dough ornament, and we're so glad that she did.